Hello, once again, I'm joined by Frankie Foster to go through Friday's 7 races on the ITV7 free-to-play game that sees 5 races from the final day of the Cheltenham Festival and 2 from Down Royal in Northern Ireland. And hopefully we can come up with some winners to help you land the £500,000 jackpot on offer on the final day of the Cheltenham Festival. Frankie, we're recording Thursday morning. We've seen 2 great days. Wednesday was another cracker, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant. The weather's a slight shame, but you know what? The right things have been happening for racing. Constitution Hill, Honeysuckle, the rain game, the soft ground horses like Energamy and Dow to Work won. So I think the bookies are taking a bit of a battering. Punters are in good spirits. It's been really, really good up here. And yeah, like I said, we're recording Thursday morning, so 2 more days of it. And hopefully, as we're talking about Friday's racing, we've saved the best till last and someone can land the big one.
Yeah, let's hope so. But obviously, like we said on the other show, that there was a 100k winner on the Tuesday, and there's a 200k winner yesterday waiting on Delta Works. That's 300k given away so far. There's another £300,000 up for grabs today. Like I've mentioned on the other shows, if you want to get involved in TWE's league, the code is TWE 2023. Obviously, T's and C's do apply. So do have a look at the T's and C's in the description. Frankie, we're going to kickstart the ITV7 on Friday with the Triumph Hurdle. Willie Mullins has got the top 4 in the market, hasn't he? Lossiemouth, Blood Destiny, Gala Marceau, Zenta. Paul Town's chose Lossiemouth, but who are you with?
Yeah, Lossiemouth is obviously, it seems to be the one to beat. Paul Townend's chosen the ride. Real hot favourite at DRF, and everyone's kept the confidence. It's just a bit of poor luck in running, or however you want to weigh it up, whether you want to say that Paul Townend should have done things differently or it was unlucky. Whatever, however you judge that race, we know Lockup has got talent. I'm going to go with Blood Destiny, though. You look through the week, some of these horses that look real classy, haven't needed to put grade 1 performances, have been winning. Look at Impere Pass on the Wednesday. That was the hype. Hadn't had to beat anything, hadn't been in a proper race as such, but we knew the horse had class, came and delivered. And I'm taking the same opinion with Blood Destiny. Has looked a class act, hasn't had to beat much, but talent. And after a little bit more experience in a bit of a hotter race, soft ground, you could use a plus as well. And the stat of a mare never going to try and put it all together. And Blood Destiny will be my selection for try.
Yeah, I'm joining you in the first. I'm going with Blood Destiny. Look, you probably do want to see Paul Townend on this horse, but I can understand why he's gone for Lossiemouth because he wants a bit of redemption. But what we've seen from this horse when he won at Cork, that was a great performance first time out, obviously coming over from France, going to Willie Mullins. And his next run at Fairyhouse, bolting up by 18 lengths. That was in soft, heavy ground. He's going to get that on Friday. The third that day was Nuzret's, obviously come out and won the Adonis. The 5th that day was Jazzy Matty, who's come out and won the Boodles. The form is very, very strong. If you actually look through the Triumph, mares haven't got a great record in it at all. So I know he has got to give weight away to him. It's going to be a cracking race. But for me, I'm with you. Blood Destiny, hopefully it kicks off in the ITV7. Right, we're staying at Cheltenham for the second race on Friday, and it sees the 2:10, the first handicap of the day, the County Hurdle. Frankie, a huge field going to post again, like it is every year. Who are you going with?
Yeah, Darryl Carter nearly took me out of this selection, but I'm going to go with Hunters, carrying a fair bit of weight. And look, the handicapper seems to have made this horse's chances hard work, but I'm hoping he's got enough talent to defy carrying a fair bit of weight. I was excited to see this horse in the Supreme. If he went to the Supreme, then I would have probably had a little bit each way on him. And hoping that class just prevails. Again, it's a horse we don't know loads about. He's won easily, but I really like the way he quickened to win last time out. So Hunter's Yarn, he's got a tough job at the weights, but I'm hoping he's got enough in hand, and he's actually a grade 1 horse here. So Hunter's Yarn for me.
Yeah, they did last year, didn't they, with State Man, who was way ahead of his mark. Hunter's Yarn might still be off 147. The one I've gone for is Dan Skelton. Obviously had a winner on the Wednesday with Langer Dan. I'm hoping he can have another win in the handicap with Pembroke. A heavy ground winner at Wetherby over 2 miles. He then went to Ludlow under a penalty and bolted up by 16 lengths. He went up in trip where we saw him last time at Cheltenham in the Grade 2 Ballymore, and obviously his hurdle at the trials meeting. He didn't stay the trip. Dan Skelton was really confident on that day, but he didn't stay the trip at all. He's now into a handicap of 136. That looks reasonable to me. We've talked all season, haven't we, about the British handicapper being very lenient with English horses. And obviously we've seen that already at the festival with Langer Dan yesterday. And I think Pembroke, he's got a cracking record in this race, Dan Skelton. So if it's not William Mullins who's going to win it, I think it'll be Dan Skelton. So Pembroke for me in the county. Right, we go over to Down Royal, bit of Northern Ireland racing action on the ITV7. And the first of their two races is the 2:30 handicap hurdle over 2 mile 4. Frankie, another look away from Cheltenham, but who do you like?
Corner house I'm going to go for here. Look, this horse is form 0, 0, 9, 3, and then a 1. So we're looking at a recent form, a third, and then a first. You want that one, 2.5 miles would be fine. Testing conditions, stayed on to win and won well last time out. So the corner house for me.
Yeah, I found this really tough, this race, but I went with Duffy's Getaway. Good fourth in the 2 miles, 7.5 handicap hurdle, off a mark of 85 when last seen in January on soft ground. Now £1 lower, being dropped in trip as well. I think he looks the one with a little bit of form in the field. Not much to go off. I think Duffy's Getaway for JP McManus can go well. Next up at Cheltenham, it's the Albert Bartlett, another grade 1 over 3 miles. Frankie, this looks wide open. Who are you going for?
Yes, it does, but I'm going to stick with a favourite. I like the confidence they showed in this horse to go for this race. He looks proper stayer, which you need to be. Lots of confidence of owners from the trainer. They said all systems go. Let's have a crack at the Albert Bartlett, market leader. And I think he'd do a good job to take him on. So 3-car brag.
Yep, I'm with you. Some really smart form this season. All the rain that's come, he absolutely love it. He looks gagging for a step up in trip. If you watch him last time when he beat Spanish Harlem by 12 lengths at Fairy House, that soft ground, he absolutely revelled in it. And he was going away at the lines, and he just wants this 3 miles, doesn't he? He's been smashed in the betting. I think he's got an absolutely cracking chance. The form behind in the pocket, obviously in the pocket place in the Supreme earlier on in the week, and absolute notions behind him that day as well, who ran well at the DRF behind Goodland. So the form is solid. 3 miles, exactly what he wants, soft ground. I think he's got a cracking chance. The 3-car brag. So I'm with you on that one. Right then, Down Royal's second and final race on the ITV7 game is the 3:10 handicap hurdle over 2 mile 4. Frankie, who are you going with?
So my other Down Royal selection follows a similar sort of trend. I'm looking for a horse that's in form and running well, and all for unseating last time would have potentially been on a hat-trick. Second, first, unseated, each time going off favourite. Comes here again, clearly in flying form, clearly fancied. Ella Bliss is the one to beat.
I've gone for a winning team at Cheltenham already this year, obviously with El Fabiolo and Impere Pass. Lanamore is my selection at Down Royal. A good winner at Ayr on heavy ground in January, beating a next time out winner in Halando for Ollie Murphy. That horse has come out and obviously won. Last time out under a penalty, he was a decent fourth over the same course and distance, but now in a handicap, making his handicap debut of 129. I think that mark's pretty lenient. He should handle the step up and trip, and he'll handle the soft ground as well. So Lanamore for connections that have done really well at the Cheltenham Festival already this year. The big race of the afternoon, Frankie, of course, it's the Grade 1 Gold Cup, the pinnacle race of the Cheltenham Festival. And this looks one of the best renewals, I think, for a long time. It's a race that every trainer, owner, jockey wants to win. And we've got a real strong favourite at the top of the market with Galopin de Champs. Does anyone beat Galopin de Champs, Frankie?
Tricky, isn't it? Now, see, from a betting perspective, you might be keen to take him on at the price, but I'm tempted with the ITV7 to chuck him in. The ground is a slight worry. You might want a staying horse, maybe like Noble Yates, Protectorat, Statler, if you were having a bet. But Galopin de Champs, it's a class act. And if you're just asking me for the winner and the price doesn't matter, then I think I'm going to keep it simple. I know he's a class act. We'll find out if he's tough enough. But let's go Galopin de Champs.
Yeah, I'm with you again. I think, like you say, with the ITV7, you don't need to find something at a bigger price that could potentially probably stay on, maybe even better than Galopin. But I think Galopin stays all day. He's running the John Durkin, showed how much he's changed from last year. He's not as buzzy. He was economical over his fences, and he made a mockery of that Grade 1, didn't he? Sent to the DRF. People think he might have been in trouble if Fury Road would have jumped the last, but if you look how he went away at the line, and obviously me and you were there, weren't we, at the Dublin Racing Festival, and we saw that Paul Townend could not pull him up after the line. He'll stay the trip for me. He's the best horse in the race. I think there is some good each way options in there, but for the ITV7, Galopin de Champs hopefully goes and gets the job done. He's a serious horse. Right then, the final ITV7 race of the Cheltenham Festival, and for us on the Friday is the quirky race, the Hunter's Chase over 3 mile, 2.5 furlong. Frankie, finish off Friday's ITV7 picks for us. Who are you going for?
I think again, the favourite's hard to beat. I'll be tempted against an each way bet on Billaway. He's come here and done it before, and we know that this would have just been the target, and this will be the target for many of these. So, from a betting perspective, Billaway, yes, I'd be keen, but to keep it straightforward, again, Harry O'Neill, favourites fancied, Vorselect for me in the ITV7.
I'm going to have a little stab at one in this one. Bob and Co for Harry Durham. This is probably Harry Durham's best chance of a win at the festival, obviously going off on his own this season after being assistant trainer to Paul Nicholls. He's had a great first season, really, hasn't he, as a trainer? He's had some lovely winners. If you look at this Bob and Co, he was a winner of the Punchestown Champion Hunters Chase back in 2021. He beat Billaway that day. But last season in this race, he was a faller. But hopefully, if he can stay on his feet, look, he's 12 years of age now, but he still retains a lot of potential. And I do think Harry Durham has said this is one of his best chances of the week with not many runners going to the festival for him. Obviously, still building himself through the training ranks. But yeah, Bob and Co, I think he's a very good horse. And I think he's got a massive chance. So around 14-1, obviously price doesn't matter in the ITV7 really, but hopefully he can bring home the £500,000 for us. Frankie, that's it for the week. That's it for ITV7 on the Friday. Thanks for all your selections all week. Look, we've had a few winners, haven't we, across the first 2 days? Hopefully, obviously, we're recording Thursday morning, so hopefully we can have some winners Thursday and we can have some winners on Friday. Don't forget to get involved with this year's completely free to enter ITV7 competition on the last day of the festival. Use the code TDOE 2023 to join the TDOE League with £100 up for grabs on the Friday, as it has been for the rest of the 3 days, other 3 days. If you finish top of the leaderboard, you get £100. And don't forget, £500,000 jackpot on the final day to go and win. First day, £100,000 winner. Second day, £200,000 winner. So let's see what can happen on the Thursday and Friday. ITV, obviously, T's and C's do apply, so have a look in the description of the YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Frankie, all the best today on Thursday and all the best on Friday. And all the best for everyone who's watching, whatever you're back in on the 4th day of the Cheltenham Festival.